Good morning. Let's do another. Write an algorithm that takes an array and moves all of the zeros to the end, preserving the order of the other elements. Okay, so we're going to need to iterate through an array. When iterating, we want to make sure that we are minimizing the number of loops. So off the cuff, so it's a mixed value array. Okay, great. So let's see. Let's look at the result. What do we expect first? We got a whole bunch of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Just every time we hit a zero, shove it to the end. So we could have an empty array to begin with, loop through the input array. For every item, we will either unshift or push the elements. So we could say for each element, if it is 0, then we will push it. Push adds to the end. If it is not 0, we will... No. Okay. So for each item, we're looping through the array, and then we're going to add it to the new array. If it's a 0, we'll add it at the end. So what if we have 2? We'll have we can have 2 arrays, right? So as we loop through everything, we'll have one array with the non-zero values, and we'll just push to that. And then every time we have a 0, we'll push to a different array. And then at the end, we'll concatenate the 2 arrays and say, boom, here's your result. That will work. Let's do that just to get something working. And then we will look at it once our tests are all green and figure out if there's a faster way to do it. So I'm going to say the result. Oh my goodness, result is not defined. Let's define the result. Const result equals an empty array. Ooh, that's valid, but it doesn't actually give us any values. So let's say, I think pushing works by reference. So we'll say const non-zeros, zeros equals this, and delete to z, change that, and the result is going to equal non-zeros concat zeros. I wonder if that's right. Let's add some values just to see if our result is correct. So here, we have non-zeros is 1, zeros is 0, 0. We're concatenating into the result. So good, we got our basic syntax correct. I'm just gonna return this and not worry about the interstitial result variable. So this is our basic dealio. Now let's populate these variables. So R map X is fun for me, but that's not very meaningful. So let's change it with value. And we'll say if value is strictly equal to 0, then zeros push. We could just say value. Else, we're gonna have it push value in each of these branches rather than changing it to 0. Because hard coding 0 is never fun, so I don't know. This just makes the code more consistent. What does it return now? Zeros is not defined. Now what does it do? I'm pushing it to the same one in both cases. So if it's 0, push it to zeros. Otherwise, push it to non-zeros. Now, we don't have to that works. We don't have to redefine these because we're using push, which is dirty because it creates side effects, or it has the side effect of altering this, but that's okay. It's JavaScript. Just live it, love it. I think that's gonna work for all of our stuff. Let's give it an attempt. It does work. It passed all 2 tests. Wow. I guess we could do some more, but this seems to work, and I don't really want to refactor right now. So I'm just gonna say, let's see, we're looping through manually once. Are we incurring where concat is like a built-in, so it's gonna be pretty fast. If we wanted to avoid the concatenation, we could have we could build out a result array and insert values based on index. So we'd be slicing everything. And that would mean we would need to keep track of how many zeros we'd found, and rather than just pushing it to the end, we could say insert, well, we'd slice it with whatever index. As we found more zeros, we would keep track of that and the result length, and we'd have to do like some offset thing. So we might be able to make it sort of one pass there, but I guarantee you that'd be harder to understand than zeros and non-zeros. So I'm gonna keep it like this because it's not always about speed. It's often about maintainability, and this seems crazy easy to understand, so whatever. Let's see what everybody else did. They probably did some more complicated stuff. It's often the case that writing maintainable code is more important than writing garbage like this. Ugh. No points for one line. Filtered list. Ooh, this guy's looping through twice. Okay. This guy's looping through twice. I feel like this is pretty easy to read, but you've got that double loop thing again. So this guy's looping through twice. He's filtering and then filling one with zeros, which is kind of fun. Oh, the sorting. That's clever. That I do like. That's probably the best way to do this because it really was about sorting. This is excellent. Anyway, bye.